Under the golden glow of the city lights, a tall man in a pinstripe suit stands facing two young women. His presence is stern and commanding, his back straight as he speaks with authority. One of the women, a blonde with determined blue eyes, looks up at him, her expression defiant. Leaving what? There is nothing between Kaka and B Mingye, she declares sharply. But even if that's true, what gives you the right to force us to listen to you? Her voice echoes with indignation, cutting through the tense evening air. The scene shifts closer, revealing the two women standing side by side. The blonde woman, still visibly angry, is dressed in an elegant deep red gown tied with a slim belt, while the other, a gentle-looking girl with pink hair, wears a light aqua dress adorned with lace and jewels. The soft glow from nearby streetlights reflects on their dresses, contrasting the tension between them and the man before them. Despite the beauty of the night, the atmosphere feels thick with confrontation. The man's expression hardens, his tone laced with arrogance as he narrows his eyes. "You will not have good results if you follow him," he warns coldly. "Say it. How much do you want? Everyone has a price, and I will meet yours." His sharp gaze glints with pride and control, as though money alone could solve what he doesn't understand. The air grows heavy with his audacity, but his confidence only deepens the divide between him and the women before him. The pink-haired woman finally steps forward, her face calm, but her eyes resolute. "My relationship with B Mingye is not related to you," she says clearly, every word carrying quiet strength. "If you have an opinion, find him directly. Shang, let's go." She turns away, taking her friend's hand. Her lavender eyes catch the light, full of determination and a touch of sorrow, as she chooses to walk away rather than continue the futile argument. As the two women walk hand in hand beneath the trees, their gowns trailing gracefully behind them, the man's voice rings out again, sharp and commanding. "I said you are not allowed to go. You will not be able to run away." His figure remains rooted to the spot, dark and imposing against the glow of the city buildings. But the women do not stop. Their steps are steady, their backs straight. In that moment, it's clear. No threat can make them turn back. Under the dim light, the man with silver gray hair holds his phone close to his lips, his expression unreadable yet coldly determined. His voice is low, filled with authority and desire as he speaks into the receiver. "Girl in the blue skirt," he commands, his eyes narrowing with a dark glint. "I want her tonight." The glow from his phone screen reflects against his sharp features, revealing the ruthless intent beneath his calm exterior. Whatever he's planning, it's clear he's used to getting what he wants, by any means necessary. In a luxurious room draped with soft gold hues, another man sits lazily on a grand sofa. His golden hair catches the light and a playful smirk curves his lips as he speaks. "Maybe that Z Chen guy led those two beautiful girls into nonsense," he muses with mock amusement. "That beautiful girl named Kaka. She must be hard to escape from you, isn't she?" His tone drips with teasing familiarity, yet there's a knowing edge behind his words. With the flick of his wrist, he gestures toward an assistant off-screen and commands one chilling word: investigate. The scene focuses on him lounging in his seat, one leg crossed over the other with effortless grace. Dressed in a deep maroon suit with golden embroidery on the lapels, he exudes both elegance and danger. His hand rests loosely on the sofa, but his posture radiates confidence, like a man who enjoys watching chaos unfold for his amusement. Despite the casual setting, the air feels heavy with power and intrigue, as if his simple command could alter someone's fate. Elsewhere, in a high-class gathering, a woman in a shimmering blue gown holds a glass of wine. Her wavy brown hair falls gracefully over her shoulders, and her eyes gleam with both sharpness and curiosity. Facing her stands a man with deep violet hair and a stern expression, his formal attire as polished as his composure. "You want to treat him like a joke?" she challenges, her tone firm. "If you really like that blue-skirt girl, then look for her." Her words strike a nerve and silence falls between them, broken only by the soft clink of her glass. The woman's delicate hand extends toward the man, offering her glass as if to provoke him further. The faint smirk on her lips suggests she's testing his resolve. The man's jaw tightens, his gaze locked on her face. But beneath his cool exterior, emotion stirs. Conflict, pride, perhaps even longing. Her taunt lingers in the air, a challenge he cannot ignore. Without a word, the man lifts his own glass and tilts it back, draining the wine in one swift motion. The rich red liquid catches the light as it swirls down, and his Adam's apple moves with a determined swallow. As he lowers the glass, his expression hardens into resolution. The taste of wine burns on his tongue, but the fire in his chest burns hotter. If he truly desires that girl in the blue skirt, he'll find her, no matter the cost. The atmosphere in the lavish room grows tense. The man in the dark suit sets his glass down with a sharp, deliberate motion. Clink! The sound cuts through the air like a warning. His voice is low and edged with restrained anger as he speaks. Yet, this needs to be clarified. You better tell me, is that girl your woman? If she's not... He doesn't finish the sentence, but the implication lingers heavily. His hand still rests on the rim of the glass, veins visible beneath his skin, a sign of control barely maintained. Across from him, the blond man leans back slightly, observing. His piercing blue eyes glint with amusement as a faint, knowing smile plays on his lips. The word observe almost defines him. Calm, analytical, detached. He's watching the other man's reaction carefully, intrigued by the tension in his voice. Beneath the surface of his polished composure, curiosity flickers. What kind of woman could make this usually stoic man lose his cool? The man in the dark suit finally speaks, his tone cold and decisive. Yes, he declares, his eyes narrowed with dominance. She is my woman. Until I grow bored of her, no one is allowed to touch her. His words drip with arrogance and possession, yet there's something else hidden there, a subtle hint of emotion he refuses to acknowledge. Under the dim light, his profile looks both cruel and lonely, as if his pride is the only armor keeping his heart from breaking. Later, seated in the back of a sleek black car, the same man stares down at his phone, his sharp eyes flickering with focus. The city lights blur outside the tinted windows as he reads a message. He murmurs, almost to himself. She seems to understand this. She sent me a message. His gaze hardens. The thing is that Z-Queen guy is leaving. A mix of satisfaction and suspicion flashes across his face. The game is moving again, and he's ready to make his next move. The night is alive with neon lights and the buzz of people. Crowds move through the city streets, laughter and chatter echoing between tall buildings. Amid the glow, a woman in a red gown hurries, asking strangers anxiously, "Excuse me, do you see a girl in a blue dress?" A passerby shakes her head. "No." From across the street, a familiar voice cuts through the noise. "Wait." His commanding tone makes her freeze. His eyes scan the crowd. He's found her trail. Without hesitation, he opens the car door, the metallic sound slicing through the night. The heel of his polished shoe meets the pavement with a determined thud. Step down. His movements are calm but purposeful, like a predator closing in on his prey. The city's lights reflect in his eyes and a faint smirk curls his lips. The chase has begun, and this time he won't let her slip away. The car door swings shut with a sharp thud. The sound echoes in the night air as Beiming steps away from the vehicle. His expression is unreadable, but the tension in his movement speaks volumes. With a swift motion, he straightens his coat, the cold determination in his eyes hardening. The hunt is on, and nothing will stop him now. The streets buzz around him, but to him, there's only one thought: finding her. A few steps later, he spots a familiar figure under the city lights, a young woman in a red dress, looking startled at his sudden appearance. His voice, calm but edged with urgency, cuts through the noise of the crowd. Where's Yinka? The way he says her name, firm, possessive, and filled with restrained anger, makes her stiffen. There's something about his tone that makes it clear this isn't just a question, it's a demand. The woman's heart skips a beat. Her lips tremble slightly as she looks up at him, tall, composed, and radiating authority. Mr. Beiming, she stammers, barely believing he's here, standing so close. She hadn't expected to see him like this, cold, powerful, and clearly furious. The glow of the streetlights glints off his dark suit, and for a moment, the air between them feels heavy, charged with both fear and something unspoken. Finally, the woman speaks, her voice soft and filled with worry. Just now I went to the toilet. Kaka was standing at the door waiting for me, but when I went out, I didn't see her. Her wide blue eyes shimmer with anxiety. She clutches her hands together, guilt washing over her face. I thought she'd gone ahead, but now... Her words trail off as dread begins to creep in. Something is very wrong. Beiming narrows his eyes, his mind already piecing together the situation. His voice is low, but every word carries weight. Before leaving the party, whom did both of you meet, and what did they say? His tone is calm, but his gaze burns with intensity. He's searching her face for the smallest hint of deceit, the tiniest clue. Around them, the city hums on, oblivious to the quiet storm building in his chest. The girl suddenly recalls something, her brows knitting together as a spark of realization lights up her blue eyes. That's right, she exclaims, her voice trembling slightly. The man named Muzi Chin, he said something to her. He wanted Kaka to leave Mr. Beiming. Her words hang in the air, laced with worry and confusion. As she speaks, she tries to remember every detail, every word of that brief, tense encounter. The more she thinks about it, the colder the fear creeping up her spine becomes. Before she can continue, Beiming turns abruptly. The movement is sharp, decisive, the swirl of his long coat cutting through the still air. The girl gasps softly, her eyes widening as she watches him stride away without a word. The city lights glint off his shoulders, his back straight and unyielding. His silence says more than words ever could. He's already made up his mind. Whatever the truth is, he intends to uncover it, personally. Left standing under the pale streetlight, the girl's eyes soften with concern as she watches his retreating figure. She presses a hand against her chest, feeling the uneasy rhythm of her heartbeat. This is not simple at all, she murmurs to herself, realization dawning in her voice. Mr. Beiming is extremely worried now that Yinka has gone missing. And Yinka, she isn't someone who would just disappear without saying a word. Her expression darkens, her gaze turning distant. And that man, Zi Qin, what did his words really mean? The scene shifts, the tension dissolves into a playful transition. A bright, cheerful chibi face appears above a decorative frame, bringing light-hearted energy after the drama. A Q&A pops up with a teasing tone. If suddenly there were 500 yuan, about $700, what would you do? A. Buy all the chapters of The Wife Contract and Love Covenants immediately. B. Go traveling. C. Feed a cat. D. Continue dreaming about the $700. It's a light moment, a charming pause before the story continues, inviting the reader to smile. Inside the ornate purple frame, a soft illustration appears, the tension between a man and a woman palpable in their close proximity. He grips the collar of his shirt, leaning forward, his eyes dark with intensity. She looks up at him, wide-eyed, and caught between fear and something else, something tender. The colors blur into shades of violet and rose, the atmosphere charged with emotion. It's a reminder of what lies at the heart of this story: passion, pride, and the dangerous line between love and power.